Hello and welcome to Coach Marketing Mastery. My name is Sean and you are?
India Kern.
Hey, India Kern. And we're going to be going over the hero's journey using AI. It's a little different this time. And for the podcast listeners, I'm going to spell it out in pictures for you. And India is going to actually share, what is it called? Chat something? Gipit?
ChatGPT.
Oh, ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to learn. So here's what's super cool about this. We're taking the hero's journey, but we're actually, I think India is going to do how to do the hero's journey in ChatGPT.
Well, how about we talk about the hero's journey?
That's fine, but just okay.
Just before we go in, so they know exactly why we're doing this.
Right.
Okay. So, oftentimes when people start a business, or even people that have been in business for a long time, they make the mistake of talking about themselves. So you see billboards. We've been in business for 30 years, but they're not talking to it doesn't matter. The client's like, okay, great, but what can you do for me? And so that's why we want to take you through the hero's journey, because it makes your client the hero. So they want to buy from you. And the funny thing is, you don't have to have the best service, the best item, but your messaging has to be the best for you to connect with your potential client. So you start with a character, and the character is the hero. And so there's a problem. There's always a problem. So whatever you sell, whether it's coaching or a lawnmower, you have a problem, right? And then you address the problem directly to your hero, to the client, potential client. And then they need to meet the guide. You're the guide, the coach, the one that will show them how to reach success or get that thing that they need to solve their problem. So you, as the guide, will give them a plan. And then you'll also call them to action. So the action could be download this 3-step process to get from A to B, or get my free PDF, etc., etc. So you're asking them to do something. And if it's on your website, maybe it's just book a free 20-minute consultation. So we want to always put the call to action in what we do, because otherwise we're just doing things for nothing. And so this plan that you're calling to action, like do this so you'll get this, will help them avoid failure and in the end reach success. So that is the storyline. It is the storyline to most movies. I know that Sean was talking about that the other day, and you want to set them up for the movie you were talking about. I mean, you can think of most movies and they have this storyline. So this is not something new. A lot of coaches teach this or practice or coach this, but it's nothing new. We're just copying everybody else's material.
Yeah, I mean, the hero's journey it goes all the way back to the Bible. So
Yeah.
it's not like whoever started it is probably not on this planet right now, nor have they been in this century, last century, or the century before. The hero's journey is simply just the guide to the journey is for the hero is the individual that has the guide. So if you have a mentor, then you're the protege. So the protege is the hero. So it'd be Luke Skywalker. It would be Harry Potter, and he has that wizard guy. I never watched Harry Potter.
Me either.
I watched a couple of them. They're kind of cool, but I don't know any of the characters. But the point is that it's just the journey that they go through. So let's just get into it, because I don't have like any visual things to see.
Right. Mm-hmm. So let me just get there, and I'll share my screen. Let's see here. Share the screen. And here we go.
All right. So then, is this your screen or my screen? Okay, this is your screen.
Okay. Can you see that okay? So here we are in Chat GPT. So those of you that never worked in this, there is a free version. This is not the free version, but it's easy to get. And so we're just going to show you how to start working on your hero, your ideal client. So what I did is what I just laid out for you, all the steps that the hero's journey goes through. I put in the chat as a prompt, and I said, use this outline to help me create a hero's journey for my customers. Ask me one question at a time. So that way I'm coaching ChatGPT to ask me one question at a time so I don't get overwhelmed. So let's just
so just before we go into it, because there's going to be so many words spoken, I can't really find it. If you type the hero's journey in images, it comes up with these circles. I just want to know step, 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 step. So I might go to my story brand in order to just get my.
Well, I have them right there. A character has a prompt. Do you see my prompt?
Yeah, but it's really small.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can make it larger. Does that help?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. Okay, so it's a character has a problem, meets guide, gives them a plan, calls them to action, which ends in success, right? Helps them with the failure.
Right.
So the deal is the first thing that you're going to do is, are you going to look at the character or has a problem?
Right. Well, I told it to ask me one question at a time, so it should ask me one question at a time. So let's see.
Okay, so India just clicked and she has a prompt. And when you come to our masterclass on Fridays at Coach Marketing Masterclass, you'll actually be able to visualize this. Once you become a member, we'll put this video up in the membership site. But we're also going to be doing this live for free, which would be this Friday, April, whatever this Friday is.
Is it April 12th? I can't look at my phone. I'm gonna use
so you. April 13th, 2024. Coach Marketing Masterclass. Okay, go ahead.
So let's do. Can you describe the character in your story? So let's say, why don't we do a coach, like who we're talking to right now?
That's fine.
Okay. So a coach, and let's see, this could be a representative of your typical customer or specific persona. A coach who needs help with brand. How about online brand awareness? Anything else?
And marketing and automated marketing follow-up. Don't put in automated, just say and client follow-up.
How about marketing follow-up?
Either way, doesn't matter.
So let's see what it gets us.
So with the prompt, we're looking at it's asking us what the character would be, and we're saying it's a coach that wants to be a bigger fish in a bigger pond, which we say a lot on this podcast.
Great. Now, what specific problem does this coach face with online brand awareness and marketing follow-up?
So most coaches are not technical. They really, like I have a saying, a singer sings, a painter paints, a dentist dentists, and a coach coaches, but they're really not technical. They don't know how to go into even the free technical stuff and figure it out. And no one really likes the learning curve of doing something like that. So they're going to have technical challenges. What other challenges?
Most coaches are not technical and they need help with should we say automation, or
I would say with implementation,
of
building a website and social media awareness.
With building a website, and it's okay if you make mistakes.
But that's a bull kind.
I know. Website, and what was the last thing you said?
Of building a website and social media awareness. So even just because you have a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page, it doesn't mean that you're even posting on it, but it's really not reaching the masses. It's not getting past the algorithm. A lot of people use that word.
Right. So this is what chat says. Understood. Moving to the next step, and just, as we said before,
need to scroll so we could see it.
I cannot go anymore. You can't see it?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so this is what it says. Understood. Moving to the next step, who or what could serve as a guide for these coaches, helping them navigate the complexities of online brand awareness and implementing their marketing follow-up.
Okay, so basically what's going on is saying, it's just saying, ChatGPT is throwing out a lot of words. We don't need to say a lot of the words. It's just basically saying, who is the person? And then it's saying right here, what could serve as a guide? So who is the guide? So who would be the guide?
Well, so it would be us. A coach marketing masterclass would be a good start.
So you're actually doing not what a coach would do. So why don't we stop this and restart?
Okay.
So just there's a way to erase everything. I think you could just
Oh,
erase.
just go back here. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
can
copy that.
Okay. So where do you want me to
Put the number 1 and say save and submit. That way it deletes everything underneath it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so the thing is, let's take a we're going to take a business coach. And the reason we're using a business coach is because I was at an event and the marketing coach was up there and he was knocking it out of the ballpark as a marketing coach. But then when he had to coach on business, he didn't really know how to do it. He didn't understand the words. So a business coach who struggles with the technical part of building websites and social media awareness and getting on stage. Getting on stage, right?
Okay.
So we're going to be looking at a coach who struggles just with building a website, getting his LinkedIn set up the right way. So it's going to say, given this character, what specific problem do they face, right? And so it's going to be so it says, given the character, what specific problem do they face related to the technical aspects of building websites? So we're getting different prompts. Is there a particular aspect that is most challenging for them? So rather than going into a lot of mumbo jumbo, it's going to be the last question is, what is the specific challenge? And the specific challenge is the learning curve of all things technical in business. It's not doing the technical stuff. It's the learning curve. People don't want to do it. They don't want to stay up till midnight learning this stuff.
Okay. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So the guide.
So how does this guide help them navigate these challenges? So it's going to be the coach or the guide will help them understand how to correctly build a social media presence and to get on stages to speak. So I went right into a marketing coach, but whatever. All right, hit enter. Because the business coach knows how to teach business. They don't know how to get in front of people. Okay, so the last thing, could you outline the key steps or the strategies involved? What plan does the guide offer to help the business coach overcome their technical challenges? Okay, so basically a business coach, they know how to coach, but the challenge is going to be how to get in corporate America, how to get in front of those 7-digit companies, right? Because what a business coach doesn't want to coach is someone that doesn't have any money.
Okay. Anything else?
And so it says, what plan does guide offer to help the business coach overcome the technical challenges? So could you outline the key steps? So the key steps are going to have is going to have a CRM that has the sales pipeline.
CRM with the sales pipeline.
With a sales pipeline. And an autoresponder, which is email marketing, autoresponder that follows up with emails. And text, TEXTS. Right? And then hit enter. Now, this business coach knows, like, I can talk to any business coach and they'll go, I can grow any business. I can do all this stuff, all this and that and the other, but they don't know how to get past the gatekeeper and get into corporate America. So now we're saying, what specific call to action does Guide provide to encourage the business coach to implement the CRM? So what specific call to action does Guide provide? So go ahead.
Okay. Well, tell me, what do you think?
So the CTA is going to be how to spend the least amount of money using free tools that are immediately available.
Do you hear my dogs snoring?
Yeah. In the cloud.
Available. Sorry.
I don't know if you want to say in the cloud, but in the cloud, in the internet.
Available, right?
Immediately available through cloud services. Most people know what the cloud is now. The cloud's always been around. When you attached an email back in the 90s, that was the cloud. They just didn't call it. Go ahead and hit enter.
Okay.
Okay, so how does the following guides plan and implementation? So what specific pitfalls or challenges does this approach that help them circumvent? So it says, how does following the guides plan and implementing these tools help the business coach avoid failure? So the first thing, and this is going to be the most important part of this podcast, every coach out there goes out and buys something they don't need, and they buy it on a monthly recurring. So they're going to be spending anywhere from $10 a month to $500 a month on technical stuff that someone told them to buy that they don't need. So what India is saying is the business coach avoids failure by not spending boatloads of money on technical software they don't need.
Okay. Anything else?
And falling into the pitfalls of getting on a stage where they have to pay up front and never get on stage.
And on the trap of getting on stage.
Getting on stage in front of the wrong audience, or running into a speak to sell training program that they don't need.
Okay.
So we're going to hit enter on that. And I'm assuming this is going to come up with all this stuff at the end, right?
Yes. So then from that, we're going to make a message, some kind of message, whether it's a social post or whatever. So finally,
then I guess this is the last thing. Finally, what does success look like? Okay. So that's going to be speaking on a stage in front of people that already know, like, and trust them. Converting the audience to leads. And converting the leads to paid clients.
And converting the audience to leads. Is that what you said?
Yes. Converting the leads to paid clients.
Okay. Hold on. I'm fixing. Oops, not that.
Converting the audience to leads, converting the audience to paid clients. It says converting the audience to leads, converting the leads to paid clients.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
And converting the clients to free referrals. That's pretty much it. So now it says, based on the outline provided, here's a summary. So now it's going to bring up everything. So I'm going to pretty much read this and go over it. So what we did is we just took a business coach that has problem with marketing and the technical aspects of follow-up. They know how to say what they want to do. They just don't know how to get in front of the right people, and they want to avoid spending unnecessary money. All right. So now ChatGPT is throwing everything out. I don't know if I should read this word for word, but if you could just type the very last thing, say, please summarize everything above into 50 words or less, or something like that. 50 words might not be enough.
How about 100 words or less?
100 words or less.
What about one more? Do we want to do more conversational or what?
No, just do that.
Okay. Let's see what it gets.
Even if it sounds like a robot. So this is what we got from everything that we wrote. So it's going to be, now this is going to be the message that you use. This is just for like kind of like what we do, marketing coaches to a business coach. A business coach struggles with the technicalities of online presence and speaking engagements. Guided by an expert, they adopt a strategic plan utilizing free cloud-based tools for CRM and autoresponders, avoiding unnecessary expenses and missteps. This approach enables them to speak confidently to the right audience, transform attendees into leads, clients, and ultimately source of referrals. Their journey from technical overwhelm to successful engagement and business growth exemplifies overcoming obstacles through guided action and strategic tool usage. So that's really in reality what India does as a business, as a marketing coach. This, and the word exemplifies. Oh my God, I hate that word, but it exemplifies what India does as a marketing coach. Okay, but we're looking at a business coach. So if you're a business coach, you would say you're looking for, how much time do we have? We're at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we could say,
why don't we make a social post just to show them how?
No, just write, please rewrite all of this but use a business owner as the hero and a business coach as the guru or whatever. I don't know if that's going to work, but as a coach.
The guide or the guru?
The business coach is the guru. So it's just going to rewrite everything as saying, well, here's what this person would do for it. And I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, but you'd want to do it and so the people listening, they would really want to do this more as they would want to take the words and do it in a business coach, what a business coach does for a client. So this is probably not the best example. We're going on the fly right here, India and I. I had no idea what we're going to do in ChatGPT. So of course my brain always goes back to marketing.
Right.
But you do get the gist of it.
Right. Okay. So you want me to keep sharing or?
I would just do a whole new one. Like, I don't know if you have time, but I'd do a whole new one with the questions again. I would do it a little different. So,
do you want to do it?
Yeah, but you're going to have to tell me what to put and I'll just put it in there. So I'll share my screen.
Okay.
I don't know where the share your screen thing went.
Yeah, it's down there.
I had to minimize my screen. All right. So then I'm going to go entire screen. Hopefully nothing weird shows up. And I'm going to go like this. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Hold on. Yes.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to want to say here, what's the very first thing? And so a character. So I would say, and what you did it where it was asking all these things and it's going to ask questions back and forth. But I would just, so what I'm doing is I'm going to mystorybrand.com. I created an account and this is Donald Miller and he's saying a character. So what do they want? So I'm really literally going to copy, if I can copy all this, I'm going to say a character. Okay. So I'm really literally copying a character.
I have that. You want a copy of that? I have all that.
They want to be able to have all of their marketing efforts automated with click of the button, right? So we're going to say, so this is the one I did a long time ago. So this is automated marketing efforts, right? Then I'm going to say has a problem. So I'm going to let it do that, do its thing, and has a problem. And then I'm going to say the villain, right, is that. And then the external is this. I really don't even know what's happening here. This has to do with wellness centers. So I must have done this back in 2018 or something. And I don't know. I have no idea what words I'm using. Right? Competitor comparison, educational prospects about digital marketing. So we probably shouldn't. Let's just end this. You want to end this right now?
Sure.